The things I hear. I would have been here earlier, but I just got a phone call from somebody I used to work with, and it was pretty lengthy. An employee that I've done work for at her house. Hi, Bree, how are you? Called me to tell me that somebody died who used to drive. And I was shocked, but I knew he was having a problem with immune system and other things. And we talked about transportation, and she informed me. Hello, Beth. Hello, Michelle. She said, I know that you aren't racist. And she said, let me tell you something. You got fired because you told the truth about leadership down there, and they found out about it through your Facebook. I said, I never mentioned their names. And she goes, that's just it. They were waiting for something to use as an excuse. So when I talked about the woman beat in Cincinnati, they decided to play race card. Well, one of those women that I talked about just recognized an employee as Transportation Employee of the Year, gave him $750, an all expense paid trip to Las Vegas. He is the worst employee in the workplace. Speeds in the buses, does what he wants, has cussed at and yelled at managers. The lady that called me is black, and she said, everybody's upset about it. I said, are my taxes paying for this? They just raised all the homeowners' taxes for the school district. And they're trying to oust the director and this woman who thinks she's the queen of the hill. And there's so much corruption. And she said, Mike, you could come back. She said, it's not the same without you there, and everybody talks about it. I said, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to be down there with all that politics and stuff. She said she was going to talk to somebody. She said, Michael, you are my favorite white guy of all the people I've met. And I know you're not racist. I know you've had your opinions, and I may not always agree, but I know you're not racist. The way you took care of us down there, everybody talks about how it's not the same without Mike. I said, well, good. Tell them to start a movement, go to the board and fuss. Anyways, how's everybody doing? It's hot. My air conditioner's been running for 4 hours. It is dreadfully hot out there today. Just ridiculous. That's good, Beth. See, my room is comfortably cool. Everything's working. I'm constantly checking stuff. Plenty of cold air coming out of there. This western sun is terrible. Glass this side of the house and the roof, probably 130 in that attic. Crazy. Look at this. Look what I found at the flea market. This is the real deal, man. $10. A lady from Panama was selling them. I said, oh, how much? She said $10. I said, I gotta have these. I might take them to work and sandblast them and get them painted black. Those are totally cool. Oh my gosh, 124. Yeah, it's pretty hot all over right now. I know, was it Thomas said Connecticut was 97 the other day? I believe they are. This is iron. This isn't some party gig. If it were a party cake, they'd be plastic. No, these are the real deal. And they each got a slightly different shape on them. Oh, they are. I had to buy them. I needed like a hole in my head, but I'm like, jailer keys? I collect eclectic things. Those are fun. KO, how are you? Hi, Cinnamon. How are you doing? I was accused by somebody who comes in here of gaslighting her, and I wish she would come in here and talk to me because I wasn't gaslighting her or anybody else. I talked this morning about my day yesterday. I did make reference to comments that were made by people that I'm getting tired of this same old argument about why they don't agree with me. And it's like, okay, I get that. And now I'm called gaslighting. Oh, Cinnamon, I don't pick the weeds. Ha! Joven, who knows where they're from? Those are cool, though. Denver had a store called Disguises, and they sell fake chains. They were plastic, but they look metal. But that's solid iron. I don't think that's a party gag. I'll have to do some research on that. Wouldn't that be funny if they were from Alcatraz? And somebody saw me flashing them on here and said, Mike, those are worth big money. Cool. The only thing, Elizabeth, that I have a question about is this is a closed loop. This doesn't open. And wouldn't this be an open loop? These are very heavy, and I'm trying to look to see if there's any stamps of identity on them, and there's nothing. These are just plain Jane cast iron keys. Same thing that a damn skillet is made out of, a cast iron skillet. I told somebody at the flea market, I'm gonna sandblast. She goes, really? I said, well, yeah, I kind of like to paint them. Sandblast the rust off, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's what gives it the character. I don't know. These are fascinating. It's rough cast too, which would indicate old age. You see stuff like the rough edging in there. And you can tell they were drop forged half at a time because you got the seam there. These are crudely made, so they very well could be very old. Fascinating. Yeah, Brittany, that stuff's pretty cool. And how are you? Tina, I found these. This is my prize. These are awesome. Those are big, big jailer keys. It's pretty wild. That's a trip. Yeah, I had fun when I saw those. The lady was from Panama, very nice lady. She goes, I'm so glad you appreciate those. I said, absolutely. I said, I got old skeleton keys, but I don't have those. I didn't even have the price. I said, how much? She said $10. And here you go. You don't, I've never seen these in my life. So, if they're a reproduction gag gift, you'd think you'd see these. I've never seen it. Like this, and this is fading because I've used it all my life. It's very hard to see, but it's Captain's Office SS Titanic. These are reproduction. These surface every so often. I've never seen jailer keys. Never. I think the Mansons had more like this stuff here. I'll tell you, this fan really helps in the hall. I need to buy me another one. I need to get one of those big round fans that just blows everything out of the room. I got a bunch more keys squirreled away. This one, I found this on a school bus in Spokane, and I thought this was like a Harry Potter key with the interesting shape. And it sat. It was in my glove box. Nobody ever claimed it. I think a month went by and I took it. But that's mine. Nobody ever said a thing. This is also a real one. I got a bunch of different keys. I've got a bunch of them squirreled away in a box. The ring? Which ring? This? There's that. And there's this one. These I got in Hong Kong. I got a bunch of different ones of these, tons of them. This is very old. This is from the Russia-China War. I paid some money for that. This thing's old. It's very bronzed and patinaed. And this I bought here at the flea market too. Gotta have a fishy. Everybody gotta have a brass fishy. Look, all my crap. Even, I bought this at I like eclectic stuff. The woman that sold me this lived in the Dominican Republic, and it says Caribe. I had to have that. $10. That was a deal. That was a deal. Hi, Matthew. How are you? The one I just got? Yeah, those are all skeleton keys. Tina, the one I just got were the jailer keys. These are they. Man, I tell you, you can actually feel heat coming from the ceiling. Blistering hot out there today. Crazy. Yeah, you know, I mowed my backyard. Look at this. These are the keys, Tina. That one's got 2 holes. I mowed my yard and raked it, even in the heat of the day. Sweating, my shirt was soaking wet when I was done. Oh, we need a thunderstorm here. Man, the minute I walk out here, it's a wall of heat. Look at my yard, man. Got it all done, all the way to the back. Mowed it all today. Motorcycle. Raked all under the trees. Like I said, when I bought this house, this was a jungle back here. I couldn't get from here forward. and I cleaned it out. I bumped my head on this today. I need to cut that. That hurt. But I raked it because it was so damp and wet, and I noticed there's no mosquitoes out here right now. It's too hot, and it's dried out. So I like that, killing all this ivy. This was covered. You could not see back here to this house. And if you notice, there's bars on the windows. It's a nice neighborhood. God has protected me here, though. Thanks be to him. Yeah, I mean, they're huge. Monster. Matthew, the backyard is huge. Yeah, now there's gimmicks, and I'm trying to figure out if that was a gag. You know, people make repro stuff. But why would you make a repro of something that heavy? You know, unless you're going to a masquerade back in the day. But that's heavy. I mean, you're going to carry that around for a ball. I think these are legit. The fake stuff is light. Like I said, when I went to Disguises in Denver, everything was plastic. It looked like metal. They had the chain that I have around my neck, but it's all plastic. I'm like, what's the point? That's fake as fake can be. Shaved all the hair off my arms today and my legs. And would you believe that my legs will suddenly feel the temperature difference with the hair gone? My legs cool easier. There's that much hair on my arms and legs that when I cut it off, or, you know, razor it off, it helps cool me. Hi, Tans! Yeah, Tina, I might do some looking around online. Hi, Avita! I haven't seen you in a minute. No, I own it, Matthew. I bought it 2020. No mortgage. Brene, they actually do. I've heard that. And it's hard for me to believe. The hair on the legs would actually create drag. Oh, this house was a wreck when I bought it. I tell people the horror stories of what I went into when I bought the place. I'm going to put up another fan when we do. I need to buy one more of the box fans. One thing I've learned was this: hot air movement is critical. How about this little thing? This little thing works. Let's see if we can get this going. Move that over there. This over here. Let's see. See if that works. That's kind of cool. This is like a window fan. They had this at Big Lots. This is cool. You put this in the window and close the window around it. I don't use it for that, but it helps to move air. I'm all right, Avita. How are you? Well, my monster, I'm guilty. A lot of people think I'm gay because I shave it all. I'm redhead. The only hair I don't shave is there and here. I mean, I trim it up a bit, but I don't cut it off. I'm not one of those that believes women should shave down there. That doesn't bother me. Under the arms, yeah. If a woman's got cactus legs, yeah, you need to clean it up. Hi, Jane. Yeah, how funny you come in to chat today. I go to get my mower and go out front and start mowing. I see a pickup pull up across the street. Two white boys get out. I'm like, what are they doing going to that house? Because I don't see white people go over there. And I see them, the slat, I thought, oh, the Mormon church. Now they're starting to hit my neighborhood. They knocked on the door. No one answered. People here, unless they expect somebody, they're not going to answer. They don't know who's out there. Tans. I was with my wife and she let her legs go and she had her in shorts or something. I said, what is going on there? And she made a comment, yeah, they're prickly. I said, yeah, cactus legs. And she laughed. Officer, I'm glad you saw the light. I didn't want to talk to them. Then my mind was arguing, how am I going to handle this if they walk over here? One, I'm going to mow my yard and I'm not in the mood for all this. And after they actually got in the truck and left, well, they're making their rounds. They're going to be back. You don't solicit around here. It's all over the place. You'll see signs at the front fence. No solicitors, no trespassing. Right on the street, all around. This is Georgia. You do not walk up to somebody's front door here. You don't do it. That's one thing I saw right away. You can see they got the signs out. And the signs are saying, unless you're invited, don't come up to the house. I was finishing up the yard work. I saw the pickup go by. Grabbed my phone. Thought, you know what? I will talk to them. I'll turn on my YouTube and go live right there. Say, just want you to know, if I'm going to talk to you, I'm live on YouTube. So you want to go with this, or what do you want to do? They didn't come over here. Tonight I made ground chicken, rice, black beans, all of it seasoned, and peas and carrots. I just about polished it off. I've been trying to avoid using the gas stove because it doesn't help with cooling. There we go. Fan my belly. A belly button cooler. Thank you, Vendetta, and hello, Irma, and Harold, and everybody else. Avita, I don't understand why he insisted on calling it the Gulf of America. I don't understand that. Now, I did see something that I did comment on. There was a video and they said they removed his name from the Kennedy Center. And I made a comment. I said, remove Clinton, Obama, and Biden's too. Oh boy, did that start a war. Somebody said, well, you seem uneducated. I said, that's funny, you don't know me. And you make a statement like that? That proves you're uneducated. Didn't respond. Now, why would you get rid of them? I said, how about if we get rid of the Kennedy Center altogether? Kennedys were bootleggers. They were corrupt. Why? In fact, why don't we do away with all the names? There we go. Then we solve the whole problem. But yes, Trump, I'm going to say it, he's got an ego. And if you're going to be a leader, we don't need that. I don't like that, Avita. Now, Avita, there's places I've been. Grand Canyon being one of them. Scientists say millions of years ago, and I'm like, no. As a Christian, I realize this is the secular world, and the secular world is going to believe whatever they want. If I was in charge of this country, I'm not touching national parks and places. I'm worried about cleaning up the crime. I'm worried about bringing races together. I'm worried about trying to get everybody to have a vision to make this country work and be politer. How do you get that done? I don't know. I'll tell you what, now I'm going to say something. People trying to assassinate a president are a special kind of garbage. But yes, there are people hell-bent on killing him. I don't support that. All that's going to do is cause problems. I don't think he has dementia. I think he's got an ego. Now, Joe Biden had dementia. Absolutely. That guy was not fit to run office. Trump is a megalomaniac. And I voted for him because I don't believe in Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is not leadership to me. Well, but let's, Avita, okay, so we have Fort Gordon out here. Everybody, the blacks and whites call it Fort Gordon. They changed it to Fort Eisenhower, trying to be politically correct. And even some of the blacks out here are saying this is getting ridiculous. I don't even know who Gordon was. Everybody's a racist now. All this crap needs to stop. All of it. Matthew, I hope the Lord comes before then. Jeez. I wish I could earn a big pot of money so I could leave the country. I'm going to say it. And I'm not sounding like the Democrats. I wish I had enough where I had a choice to move somewhere else when the bottom falls out of this place. Because back to the left, the Democrats getting controlled, they're gonna come after us. I believe that. They're going to make life hard. They drive up the cost of everything. Trump did it by getting involved with Iran. That was crazy. KO, makes you wonder. President Comanche. And Vita, I agree with you. I mean, I don't want my name on stuff. I said the other day, if I owned a company, I'm not going to ever be called a CEO. Oh, well, you're the CEO. No, I'm the owner. Well, that means I'm the owner. And I wouldn't call it Michael Nelson. You know, my name is important to me, but it doesn't have to be on everything. And if I had a company or a corporation, I'm going to have a cool name for it and a cool logo and not these boring ass ones that corporate dead people come up with. But I don't think we even have to entertain that idea. It's never going to happen. And can we bring that up, Monster? Jane, I don't think he's going to cause a nuclear war. You have to understand that Russia's not going to do it. People talk a lot of crap about Putin. I don't agree with Putin. But Putin's not dumb enough to push the button. He knows that would be fatal to everybody involved. What bothers me about Trump, why are we having a UFC event at the White House? Why are we doing this stuff? Run the country. We don't need bread and circuses. I never made it to Mesa Verde, and I wanted to see it. Wait a minute, is Mesa Verde, that's the one in Colorado, right? The cliff dwellings? Or is Mesa Verde the one in Arizona? It's like a damn movie, lousy actor, yep. You know, I voted for Trump, but it doesn't mean he's without fault. He's a megalomaniac, and it's getting old. I supported Trump on leveling the playing field with China, stopping all this illegal bullcrap, and trying to get oil and the economy back under control. He did try to do something about the illegal thing, but the economy isn't doing much better than what it was under Biden. Not at all. I am too. If Kamala got in there, we'd be in big, deep poop. I firmly believe that. She's a flutie. Yeah, Vita, I never made it down there, and I wanted to see those. Speaking of Mormons, you know, the Mormons did a massacre of the Indians. I'm trying to remember where it was. Wasn't it in Colorado that they did that? The Mormons were wicked heathen people, and they are heathen. People don't like when I say that. Mormons think that they're this little Hallmark commercial. If you're lost, you're lost. And you can say whatever you want about yourself. What was the name of the Mormons? They did a massacre. What was that called? Evita, you might know it. They did a major massacre of the Indians. Evita, his first term was good for the country. The second one, I thought he was going to fix the wreckage that Biden left. He's not. He's not. Yeah, I didn't know that, Monster. Oh, brother, let's take a picture of Thaddeus and put him in lights. Clown show. I drove school children for 20 years on school buses, little boy. Guess what? You're gone. People that want to make comments about me and children will be immediately ushered out of my chat forum. I'd be in jail if I had done anything inappropriate with kids. Okay? You don't get away with that stuff. Passed background checks, fingerprinted in every district I worked for. They never had to bring me in because I didn't grab and touch children. So, got to come up with something better than that. Mason and Mormonism have a lot in common because Joseph Smith was a 33rd degree Mason. 7 o'clock. The air's still grinding on. Matthew, no, because Jesus said no man knows the day or the hour. Harold Camping and others tried to predict it. Remember when they said the Mayan calendar ended? What was that? Was that 2015? In my lifetime, there's been several predictions. 1988, they had a publication, 88 Reasons for Why Jesus Will Return in 88. The pastor that I sat under at a Calvary Chapel church did a message on that. He said, the Bible says no man knows the day or the hour. So what do we do with this book? And he threw it. You cannot predict when God's going to come for the church. What I can tell people is there are things, there are rumblings, there are things that are shifting in society and the world. They're talking about going without currency, when they're talking about going cashless. You can put chips in animals. Animal runs away. They get picked up by a shelter. The shelter can go bleep, find out who owns the animal. You know, we got the technology. And in 1988, we didn't have that. So there's way more things progressing towards Revelation and the mark of the beast now than there was when, you know, in the 80s I thought Jesus was going to come. And that was how many years ago? And Avita, thanks for asking a provocative question. Michael needs to make sure that I don't avoid those issues. We need to make sure we don't avoid them. We need to talk about this stuff. My pastor's been very vocal. He said, I voted for Trump, but he's vulgar. He's profane. And he said, I know he's trying to do the best he can on some things, but he's a very vulgar man. I don't like the way he talks to people. And I agree. Matthew, it's not scary when Jesus returns for the church. I'm sorry to use an old term, but oh, glorious day. If I'm in this house talking to you, I hear the trumpet, the life's over, baby. Those of you that are in Christ, we're all going up at the same time. Can you imagine, Avita, others come up? Mike, do you know me? I was in your chat. When are we going live? Are you serious? Girl, we live all eternity now. I hope it happens in my lifetime. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Greg. Donita. Amen, Bruce, and thank you for your service to the country. Just sad that everything's politically whack. That fan is helping. It's moving some of that warm air in the kitchen. I did light up the stove and cook that chicken, and it just, I hate doing that. Avita, that'd be awesome. Matthew? What I would challenge you to do, and I challenge all of us to do, is don't focus on being a better Christian. You're either saved or you're not. Focus on getting more intimate with our Lord. Because if all of us can do that, maybe that will release us from the prisons that we're bound up in with our flesh. Hi, fallen angel. Look what I bought at the flea market, everybody that didn't see these. Look at this. This was my fun purchase. I love this. I needed like a hole in my head, but this is awesome. This is the real deal, folks. Thomas, what do you think of this? Look at that. They're big too and heavy. Donita, isn't that cool? $10. I asked the lady, she was from Panama, I said, wow, I like this. They were sitting off to the side on a table and she hadn't set up everything yet. I said, how much? She goes, $10. I said, I'll take it, I want them. She goes, you appreciate them? I said, oh yeah. I said, those are cool. I mean, this is real iron. I could take them to work and sandblast them and paint them black. And somebody said, I'd leave them patinaed and rust like that. Harold, I love it. They are, Vita. Just be glad you don't need this to start your car. Try to put that in your pocket. Forget the key fob. This is the door. This is the trunk. Woo, baby. Matthew, those are fun. I just like stuff. I mean, when I leave, who's going to get this? Just imagine if the rapture happens. I'm going to tell you the reality. Hagrid's gamekeeper keys, yes. Well, I walked through the flea market and I caught up to some of my friends. I said, anybody need out of jail? I got the keys. And the black lady, she goes, holy cow. She goes, those are huge. I should have said, I've come to set the captives free in Jesus' name. That's funny. Those are the keys to my jail cell. All right, Thomas, you're free to go. I don't want to see you again. You understand me? Yes, sir. Now get on your horse and get out of here. Girl, when I saw these, Donita, I was like, if I don't find anything else, I'm good. I am good. You know, we were debating earlier, are these real? Was this a gag thing made? But I'm looking at the cast, they're crudely cast. What are these? Are they the real deal? Is there evidence of wear on them? I can't see any obvious wear. They could have been made as a gag. But again, why would somebody make these, you know, that well? I mean, that's solid iron. That's not hollow. That's solid cast. That's the same kind of iron that my damn skillet is made of. That's why I need to clean this damn thing. Yeah, this is the same. That's the same iron that's in this bad boy. This is my baby little cast iron. This is Lodge, man. This is good stuff. I bought this in Colorado. I need to use it. Somebody come in and want to mess with me, I go, bam, baby, you're done. Instead of boy meets world, boy meets frying pan. The handle's not long enough to swing that though. My ex-wife has those keys. Are you serious, Bruce? Are you kidding? Hi, Molly. You know, KO, a lot of people do, and I should. Problem is it's too putsy. But they say never wash it in the sink. When it cools down, you wipe it out. They say you have to cure it. There's a process with it. I was going to say, Bruce, where'd you get them keys? Daniel, thank you for that. I appreciate that. You know, and I appreciate hearing that because yesterday, mentally, I was in the toilet. I was discouraged. I didn't get on last night. I was tired. I went to bed before 9 last night. I said, I'm done. I mean, on a Friday. I know something shifted in me, folks. It's not like my 20s where I stayed up till 2 in the morning on a weekend. I was so happy they opened up a Dollar Tree right by the neighborhood here. I'm like, good, I don't have to go so far to get my veggie chips. I told the woman, I said, I'm so glad you opened up. I live in the neighborhood over here. And she goes, I didn't even know there was a neighborhood back here. I said, oh yeah. I said, you're going to have everybody in this neighborhood come in here. Dollar Tree. I'm a proud supporter of Dollar Tree. I get my soap from there. I get my veggie chips. I get my little body sprays. Brazilian Mist is my favorite. I'll put on my deodorant and I'll spray that on top of it. I'm going to be honest, folks. It's so dang hot here that when I was working at the fuel pumps, I didn't realize my shirts were mixed cotton and polyester. And before the first hour of work had got underway when it was hot, I'm smelling gross. I'm like, what the heck? And then I looked. I bought a bunch of shirts and it said cotton on the outside label of the packaging. Well, there were 5 in there. And when I opened them up, what I didn't realize is the tags in each one, some were 50-50, some were 100% cotton. I'm noticing that there seem to be getting harder to get just straight cotton shirts. And I don't know why, but if you want to smell BO, you're going to see a rise in that if everything goes to polyester. So for work shirts, I only wear polyester. I only wear 100% cotton. And even at the end of the day, with 100% cotton, I'm drenched. And deodorant doesn't last all day. And you think, well, carry it in your truck. I did that. You know what happens? You know what happens to roll up deodorant in my truck? It melts. And it turns to liquid. And I had a baggie and it fills the baggie. And you can't put an aerosol can in the truck because it gets so hot the thing's going to go boom. This heat down here is ridiculous. Polyester is plastic, really? Well, and yet spandex in sports bras. Stinky material, gross. Well, I'm glad you joined us, Avita. Hello, Dr. Manis. Always good to see a fellow Great Lakeser. I will always have a love for the Great Lakes. Right now, I wish I was there breathing that fresh, cool air off of those lakes. Olives do a body good. They say that the best diet in the world, is a Mediterranean diet. Yeah, because there's cooking everywhere else. Now watch out, them Democrats will say, oh, global warming. It's called summer, boys. The other thing I don't like is to put the air conditioner unit on the hottest side of the house, which makes no damn sense to me. They should have put it on the shady side for the afternoon sun. Crazy. Well, I don't want to wish that Georgia got cooler because we're not set up for it. Our pipes are 18 inches. And if we had 25 below here, we'd have a state of emergency. Every single water line in Augusta would burst. Right on, they're still playing. Wow. Where's that at? Oh, Fallen Angel. Hello. I should have recognized. She sent me a photo of her beautiful eye. I'm trying to read it and look up at the camera. How are you, Fallen Angel? What is the, do you know Fahrenheit? What is the highest temperature of Australia in Fahrenheit? Do you know by chance? A Mediterranean diet? Now you have to look that up. A Mediterranean diet is not fried. Let me put it to you this way. One of the worst diets in the world is right down here in the good old South. Fried, deeply battered food, heart plugging stuff. Wow, Avita. Avita, what state are you in? You told me. 48. What? Can somebody tell me what 48 Celsius translates to Fahrenheit? That's got to be triple digits because I know Hong Kong, when it's like 36, 37, isn't that like 100 degrees? I'm so lonely, broken angel. I'm so lonely. Listen to. I'm gonna come in the bathroom. I ought to do the live in here. This is the coolest room in the house, or in my bedroom. Oh, that feels so good. That cool air blowing on me. Whoa, 119. Fallen, how do you survive that? Now, do you have the humidity there? Or is it dry? Does Australia have high humidity? Their landscape looks more arid. I don't see a lot of lush. Yeah, aircon, you'd have to. Fallen, I don't know how you survive that. That's too much. But this is too much. We're just shy of 100 now. And I can't, I don't want to flip off the line, pull the weather, but we were 40-something%. The humidity's gone down a little bit because it's hot. Tomorrow we got a chance of rain. This room is cool too. And this bathroom. Because there's an air conditioner vent in here too. Stand right here and it's comfortable. Man, I need to get my stuff done here. I gotta get this sink. If I have anybody move in here, I'd like to have this other bathroom done. Oh, what is that? What is that in the yard? Oh, it's a bird with a white chest. I'm like, that ain't no squirrel. Squirrels are gray. Or is it? What? That is a squirrel. We do not have white squirrels. What the heck? I'm gonna run out there and drive them out of here. I hate those things. They tear up everything. They're all brown. Since when do we have a white squirrel? They got albino squirrels in Savannah, I was told. Hey, Matthew, you have a good night. Fallen, you be careful, man. Don't get sunburned. We whites burn bad, don't we? That sounds miserable. Wow, Thomas, what is the temperature right now? Mr. E-Rock, welcome back. So, I thought the highest temperature was in the Middle East. Death Valley's official then. I don't want to say, oh, I want to experience that just to say. No way. How do you get cool in 134? Oh, black squirrels would be cool. What am I stepping on? I keep hearing something scratching. I need to sweep my floor. I must have tracked some gravel in. Right there. What is that? My shoe stuck. Ah! Dang thorn out of the yard. Why is my sandal scratching on the floor? Thorn stuck in there. Yeah, y'all, somebody in here said they'd like to run around in my backyard barefoot. I'm telling you, there's thorns. That grass has got ivy in it. If I didn't mow it, this stuff grows straight out of the ground. These ivy vines. And they start going up. And they look for something to grab. And once they grab a tree, this stuff is terrible. $81 in Connecticut, I'll trade you. Hi, Cruella. Cruella, she's such a sweetie. How are you doing? Is it cooking down in Florida? We got the grill on in Georgia today, baby. The devil's got it heated up. Yeah, I thought a place like Saudi Arabia in the Middle East or the Sahara would be like extremely hot. You know, the daily nice temperature is 117, but I think Vegas can kick that out. Hey, Cruella, look what I bought at the flea market. Look at this. And E-Rock, check this out. I saw these and I thought, oh my gosh, these are for me. This is solid cast iron, all of this. $10, man. I had to have these. Oh, well, send the rain back this way. We'll take it. Cruella, these are awesome. Look at how big they are. There's your size comparison. You think they went to a castle? Oh, I agree, Fallen. I agree. Hi, Mr. Russell. Hey, Mr. Russell. You need to get out of jail? I got the keys, buddy. That's fun. I know. I was thinking the same thing. It is. She told me $10. She was from Panama. I told her, I said, you have a very cool look. I like exotic people. They're fascinating. I like people from other places with features that stand out. And I've also liked stuff like this, off the beaten path. If I was to ever have a store I'd call it off the beaten path, and it'd be full of stuff that's off the beaten path. Catherine, yes, and how are you? Dungeon. The dungeon that they locked the dragon in there. Obviously, he must have got out or died in there because I got the keys. Yeah, the air conditioner's been running for what, 4 hours now? And I've got it set at 80. It's ridiculous. Oh, really, Russell? Yeah, Harold, I like it. I thought it was fun. I'm in the U.S. I'm in Georgia. Catherine, 55. Oh my gosh. I'll send this to you and I'll take the 55. That shut all the noise boys down here. I'm going to wash up these dishes while I talk and move to the dining room. Yeah, this is not the day to play Cool Night. Just let me hold you by the firelight. You out of your mind? I don't want a fireplace. Not right now. I want a Greenland iceberg deposited on the street in front of my house. Let it sit there. I wonder how long it would take to melt a true blue Greenland iceberg if it was deposited right here in Augusta. I mean, if that thing were across the street from my house, I would feel the cold coming from it. That would be awesome. Boy, the kids in the neighborhood would get a kick out of that. You'd still be able to get frostbite with this temperature. You go sit on that ice, and you're going to freeze your butt, even when it's 95, 96 degrees. It's 96 plus humidity. But how can you don't have humidity on the river like you do in Georgia? Do you? Really, copycat. Now that's fascinating. That is actually quite fascinating. Now, the bad thing about everything that we use electrically is actually, I think I'm going to go in my room. It's cooler in there. Oh, it feels nice in here. Everything electrically you turn on throws heat. Your refrigerator is heating your kitchen just to run the compressor to keep your food cold. Your lights throw heat. Any fan has heat in the motor. Everything. And if people could design electricity without it causing heat, that'd be a biggie. Go get my keychain. Yeah, I strengthened my mailbox today. The postal person's been slamming it so hard that it was starting to come apart. And I wasn't going to pay $175 for a damn Lowe's thingy. So I put 2 pressure treated 2x4s, screwed them, tightened it up. It doesn't wiggle. I was pleased as punch. My jailer keys. Gotta love these things. We need to find somewhere to hang them. For now, right there. Well, yeah, when you're in tactical gear, that's not exactly summer wear. Dance, are you leaving? Dance, I'm so glad to see you again. I'm glad to see you. I miss you when you're not here. I bought them at the flea market, Shaz. That's good stuff. Oh, yeah. Well, my daughter's kitten ate my pineapple plant. Are you serious, fallen angel? Why? Why did the cat eat the plant? Hi, Abigail. How are you? Shaz, what state are you in? Is it hot right now? You know, when I wake up and the morning's low is 75, you're going, good grief. That just, you know it's going to be hot. They're showing 78 or 79 by next Sunday. I'm like, oh, bring it. Harold, I started doing video on YouTube in 2011. I had a former channel, Pacific Ocean Asia. And then due to trolling, I had shut the channel down back in 2015. And that troll still comes back. He makes regular debuts. He's demonically possessed or something. Oh, I'm not falling asleep. I'm geared up. 90s. Yeah, it's hot. But I love streaming. And when we had Hurricane Helene hit September 27th of 2024, and I'd done everything from my laptop. And when the power and the lights and everything went out and Comcast went out, I thought, you know what? This is a good time to end my internet. $72 a month. I was paid up for the period. I called them and said, I'm done. I'm not paying $72 for that. And my roommate said, I'll get you on my phone plan. and it's way cheaper. So I was looking on YouTube and I tried to get into my Pacific Ocean Tsunami channel, which is still there. I can't get into it. Cannot get into it. I got on this phone, it made me make a Google account, had to start a whole nother YouTube. You have to have 50 subs before you can go live, and you had shorts. I'm like, 15 seconds? What is Michael, who likes to wah, gonna do? I did it. I did it. Official, can I, without being too sarcastic, what do you think I am? I don't have a shirt on. What do you think I am? You think YouTube would allow a woman with her boobs out? You think they wouldn't shut this down? I mean, I'm just saying. Jim, I talked about that this morning. I woke up and that was in my feed. And you know why they're doing that? Because they were chanting that the other day. They were saying, I don't care about Austin, I'll piss on his grave. So now the trolls are worried. This is when YouTube needs to shut them down. Official, I just answered your question. Total losers, Evita. Even my enemy, I wouldn't pee on their grave. You don't do that. They're dead. It's over. You know what, official? You're out. You're stupid. Goodbye. You're dumb. You do not belong here. Oh, crap. I just hit the wrong person. Son of a poop stain. Evita, I am sorry. Unhide user. Evita, I apologize. Official. You are officially out. Why are you asking over and over what I identify as? Do I need to pull out my wiener? And no, I wouldn't give you the privilege. Evita, I'm sorry. Are you there? I unhid you. What happened? It took away the wrench. Come on. Out as moderator. I didn't take the wrench away. Stupid. YouTube sucks. I fixed it. Come back, Evita. Type again. Oh, I got so excited to get his butt out of here. I flipped on Evita on accident. Then she lost her wrench. They must. They must. Not the wiener. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer. Well, what a stupid question. Are you they, them? What's this they, them? I'm singular. Me, myself, and I. Capiche? I'm a grown man. Can you not tell by the voice? I mean, I can wear feminine stuff, but everybody knows by listening to me, this is not the voice of a girl. Good night, they, them. The next time somebody asks, what's your pronouns, I'm going to throw you in grammar class. Mandatory. Shaz, I have no idea. They are dumb. And that's why Official got officially booted. I saw he was in here on another video. Who is that behind you? I don't know what he was asking, but crazy. There are only two sexes, folks. Male and female. That's it. That's it. cat on Monday, litter box on Tuesday. So I've got another question, and I'm going to ask it. All right, what just happened? There we go. 9 years ago. If somebody's a married woman and they're flirting with me in chat, is that appropriate? I'll let you guys answer before I say a word. Because I saw something today, and I'm not gaslighting, I'm just saying something. Why does Blueprint post a message and keep retracting it? Thank you, Fallen. Anybody else? Yes, Cruella, good answer. My name is Legion, for we are many. Yee! Wow, that guy's full of devils. Fun. Some couples think flirting is harmless. I guess this depends on what they're agreed on is okay or not. But shouldn't that person tell me I'm married? And I went to her channel because we've been flirting back and forth. I flirt with anybody. And I see that she's got a video. This is my husband. We were going back and forth on comments on my channel. I said, oh no. I said, you're married and I've been flirting with you. That's not good. No response. Oh, this is a new one now, Mystery Rock. You need to tell me you're married. You know, and if I don't think somebody's married, then I'm going to say you're pretty, or whatever, flirt appropriately. I'm almost wondering why she's not in here. And I was accused of gaslighting somebody else because I was talking this morning in my live no chat about Friday, and I was discouraged, and there's a couple things weighing in on me Friday. So let me ask you another question. If a girl says she's interested in somebody, if that girl's interested in me, and granted that girl's been through a lot of crap, and I have understanding about that, but you text, good morning one day, how was your day? Are you working today? Couple texts. Day goes by, evening comes, nothing. Next day, nothing. Then you say, hey, I'm just doing a welfare check because of some of the things you're going through. I want to make sure nobody's knocked you off. And after I turned from my break, she said, I'm okay. Didn't answer any of the other texts. Now it's been dead space. What is Ghost Rider? Cruella, what's Ghost Rider? So I'm having a problem because I'm interested in somebody, but then we're going to go incognito. Now don't blow up people's phone. I'm done. I stopped. Sometime last night, she said, I have a migraine. I said, I'm sorry to hear that. Can you take anything? Nothing. And I'm like, I'm not getting response at all. Day goes by, and so I didn't say good night or anything. I thought, I don't even know if she went to work. I don't know what's going on. Well, but I've had 2 women come into this room. I'm sorry I haven't gone back to you. I go incognito, and sometimes I just check out. but I really miss you. I could use a hug. Ladies, what is that? Help me understand. Is that normal, rational behavior, or do I have a right to go, if you're interested in me, if you think a relationship's going to work, we have no contact, that ain't right. That ain't right to me. Yeah, Shaz, I'm glad I'm seeing this. I'm glad I'm seeing this because there's, it's like you're driving your truck, everything's fine, then that light comes on. Ah, crap, what light is check engine? So Vita explained that to me. She told me, I want to come out and see you. I want to get to know you. I have an interest in you. She came after me. I don't blow up her phone. I say, can you talk? No response. But she told me sometimes I'll just shut down for 3 days. So Vita helped me with that. Yeah, Fallen, I haven't put it because we're not an item. We had an interest. She's not my girlfriend. She started saying, I love you. I don't know. Yesterday I was discouraged. Something happened at work. Some women started leaving comments on the video. And then this stuff with this other one. And I just said, you know what, God? You can't count on nothing. You can't put your eggs in any basket. Jovan, I haven't. Soccer's cool, though. Chris, I that makes sense. I haven't met her. Cop out. Yes, and I said that, and you've heard me, and I didn't think she was doing that. She's already seen me on here. She sent me pictures of Kurt Cobain that she likes dressed as a woman. She doesn't have an issue with that. And Cheryl, how are you? I got you, Vita, but why don't they just say that? Vita, can I ask, why are some women fickle? I didn't do anything to set her off. No, I'm not mad, Cheryl. I answer intensely. Never think, I'm not angry at you. It's a valid question. Well, Cruella, I was talking to her because the other night, she was in the room and we were chatting and she goes, yep, we have an interest. She confirmed it. And then the next day, DeNolan people said, Mike, are you sure about this? I said, well, she seems legit. How do you know she's not looking for money? She said she works with doctors that hit on her all the time. And she says, you think because you got money? No. But people can say all the things you want to hear. Here's the problem. She's in another state. I'm here. Once this is off, she don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what she's doing. You can't build trust when you don't know each other. And then you got this weird erratic stuff. Is that fair, Vita? I can't build trust in that. Okay, fair enough, Evita. So I need to take it that way. Fair enough. I think that's accurate. No, I asked her. She goes, Mike, I'm not ready to do that. I look like a mess right now. But she floods me with pictures. So I think everybody's got ADD. No, she's got a court case. She was involved with a guy for 5-7 years that raped her. He's in jail. In Iraq, he came in this room under Section 8 millionaire, she told me. Yikes. All of a sudden, he's got a tablet in prison. A tablet where he can contact the outside world. Yes, that was him. He brutally raped her, sodomized her. And to give you an example how soft I am, I said, you're living in the same apartment this happened. She goes, I can't leave the area until after the trial. She told me the other day that the attorney said, you don't have to stay. You can move. We'll fly you back for the court stuff. Yeah, that's, Evita, that ain't right. I'm not against you, but they should not have access to the outside world and phones. You're in jail. You don't get to enjoy the freedom that you have when you're not in jail. That's crazy. He found my channel and he told her about it. And she got interested in it and she's like, wow, this guy's cool. Then after a while, he came and said, why are you watching that mic all the time? And he started getting jealous. Well, things were going bad way before I came into the picture. I didn't know she had an interest. Months ago, we were on Discord and she had my number and she sent me an old school model photo of herself. I said, wow, you're pretty. I didn't even know any of this stuff. And we talk a little bit and then poof, weeks would go by, nothing. And I'm bringing this to you, not to gaslight her if she's listening. I'm not, because I need to hear what women and men have to say outside of Michael. Because Friday I said, this is bullshit. This is not right. When I'm into somebody, I want to hear from them. Is that wrong? I'm not clingy. But if I'm into somebody, I want to talk at least once a day. Oh, I'm not in a pickle. I'm just frustrated, Fallen. Sure, but what do you think about that? You honestly think guy goes to jail for crap like that? Should he have access to the outside world? She said he was hacking into her accounts and messing things up. She had to go to the attorney and say, but for a whole day to go by and then 2 days? And then when I finally say, hey, you told me he's got a tablet. I'm not hearing from you. You said he's got connections outside. Hey, I'm a little worried now. You're not responding. How do I know you didn't get knocked off? And then she responded, I'm okay. Not, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Something's missing there. And watch how stupid I am. I thought she was legit. She wanted to come down here and meet me. And I was going to say, why don't you move down here? Get your head clear. You're out of that place. You got your own bedroom, no sex, and get your head clear. Get a job, pay me a modest rent so, you cover your own expenses. I was going to do that. I'm glad I didn't. Yes, Evita, and that's what I'm saying. To every one of these girls that has pulled this crap online, and there's many since this channel that have done it. I notice when they get lonely in their world, oh, there's Mike. He's that corner store that's always there. I can run in there and get gas and candy and leave. How do you like that? She's not getting any calls from him. He is not to have any contact with her. Not that that matters. She said he hasn't done that. I asked her, Avita, I said, do you have an iPhone? She said, no, because you get iPhone to iPhone chat. She got an Android. I said, well, we got Discord. Mike, I don't want to get on there. I said, okay. But before she came down here, I was going to demand it. You and I got to get on video. Why? I'm not going to have you meet me until I see who I'm talking to. You could have stolen everybody's pictures. There are guys who used to do that back in the Yahoo days, back in dating days, well, the dating sites. You got a Middle Eastern guy or an Indian guy will download a bunch of pictures of white women off of their Facebook, post a date profile, and all these guys are like, wow, you're hot. You are too. And it's a guy on the other end hoping to get cock pictures. So you can go, ooh. I'm not kidding. I've heard of all this stuff. Oh, she has to testify against him. She said, oh, he better be put away. Unless she's talking out of forked tongue. And Cheryl, thank you for saying that. It's not a good time. And I wouldn't rush that. But I would give her a safe place. But that was then. But just tell me, Fallen, all she has to do is say, Mike, I'm sorry, I really like you, but my head is going to explode. She came after me. I didn't come after her. I don't know. I can understand I could have had a V8 moment. I get all that. And that's why I throw it back to you guys. Hi, Mr. Hinkle. How are you? She's not talking to him. He's in prison, awaiting trial. I don't, Cheryl. I absolutely don't know that. I don't at all. Look at this. Fallen's all the way in Australia, and she's speaking sense. Cheryl's in Florida, she's speaking sense. Avita, I forgot what state she's in, she's speaking sense. And all you guys are. I would tell them you better just... So what I decided to do when I woke up this morning and no response, she'd send text. Man, I really want to talk to you tonight. Now it's just poof. That's crazy. It's just crazy. She could have been. Does she, hold on. She's got to know. Wouldn't believe much of anything she says. So I woke up this morning, I said, no more text. I'm not going to ask her. There's another one in my phone who does the same thing. She and both of them came in here. Same time. Within a few minutes of each other. Mike, I'm so sorry. I've been incognito. I said, girl, I haven't heard from you in months. The other day, she said, how are you? Sends a little 4-leaf Irish clovers because she's Irish. And then the one I'm interested in. Like, isn't this weird? Both of them incognito, now they're both here. What's up with that? That, Avita, that one right there. And I'm not afraid to talk about this. People say, you shouldn't be blowing this out there. Yes, I should. I'm not shit shaming her. I'm asking questions to you. I'm using this as a form of a counselor's office. This is what's happening. I've got men and women here where I can have objective, the spectrum of their responses. Not one of you guys is defending her behavior. That's all I needed, because I have a check in my spirit yesterday. This isn't right. If you're interested, how's your day going, love? None of that. Just like E-Rock said, and I said it, a lot of people do that. When they get their attention gas tank full, they put it in drive and drive away. Well, I wouldn't have expected anything, but she was on the phone telling me, well, yeah, I made the first move. I am interested in you. And maybe that's all it was. Avita, help me. I'm going to make a statement. Don't get mad at me. Why are women so flippant? So many of them. They're like a tide of the ocean. They come on strong. Man, I really like you. And then poof, they have a deja vu and then it's gone. Now, what is all that? Thank you, Dr. Manis. Yeah, Cheryl, you guys have given me enough, and thank you. Now that's funny, Joven. Fallen angel, you're right. You're not no fallen angel. You speaking truth, girl. Thank you, Jennifer. That. My feelings don't generally lie. When something's going question mark, I can't make a question mark, as you can tell. That's right. And I try to have understanding of Vita, but sometimes that stuff drives me nuts. Only facts. I'm not into Kurt Cobain, and she is. I don't make that a federal case, but she is 15 years younger than me. Not that that's a bad spread. I mean, at our age, who cares? But then I remember 15 years is a big difference for me. I mean, you go back to when she was in high school, when I was in high school, they're not the same world. They're not the same world. I've often said I date younger, but then I realized, yeah, that's not going to work. And I don't want to date a 60-year-old woman. Cheryl, don't you get mad at me for this. Most 60-year-old women, man, I run circles around them physically and everything, and no. Most 60-year-old women, in what I see down here, they're sitting in a chair all day, and they look very old. There's a woman who is my age, sits next to me in church. She was a truck driver. She looks like she's 80. And I appreciate that, Cheryl. You don't know how much that means to me. I call this the best counseling ever because I don't have to pay for a psychiatrist. I asked her, All right. No, I'm not going to say this in here. I can't. I should have known better. If you went through this, why did you send me that picture? That's all I'm going to say. That's it. If you went through this, why would you send me that picture? This close to that. This happened in March. She was trying hard to get my attention, and it worked with the photos she sent. That's all I'm going to say. You ask me any questions, I'm going to call you a liar. That's all that needs to be said. That way nobody can accuse me of anything. I should have known better. You don't go through something like that and send a picture like that. Aussies use the saying, she's got a head like a leather boot. I like that. E-Rock, are you still in the house? And Molly, it's hard to build trust when you're not answering for a day and then day two. I mean, Molly, if you and I were involved, I believe we'd at least be a text chit chat. Hey, good morning. Hope you have a good day. You too. But nothing? Avita, that's wise. I didn't ask. She sent me a photo. She's beautiful. We'll just say that. And now I wasn't, this is just an example how at 60, you guys say how smart I am, but I've been bamboozled because my mind wasn't rolling fast enough. You were just raped and you sent me that kind of a picture to get my attention. That should have told me something. A head like a raisin, that's funny. Wait a minute, what did Gail say? I don't know if she's got a boyfriend or what. I told her. I said, you're good looking, and even I know. Michael, if I was in public with that girl, never in my life would you have seen me with a woman that looks like that. Because generally speaking, women that look like her, I'm not worthy enough. I'm not down on myself. I'm just saying that's the way it is in our society. Something's not right. My mother used to tell me she was not good, but she did have some sayings that stuck with me. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Why did I forget that so quickly? Haven't dated in 8 years and I'm alone. You see, ladies, I'm here to prove that even though I'm smart, at my age, enough time goes by, your transmission starts slipping gears. It just makes me realize what's excuse the hell out of you? What's that, Cheryl? Thank you, copycat. Well, no, my mom was abusive, Fallon. But there are some things that I've kept that were wisdom. Cheryl, I'm not talking about you. I even prefaced it. I said, Cheryl, don't take this the wrong way. Because it wasn't directed at you. Did you hear me? Hon, it's hard for me to see that itty bitty little thing. I can't tell. And my eyes aren't great. Hi, Mertzo. Cheryl, there was a 67-year-old woman at the rec center from Thailand. She was married. She was always trying to get my attention. I'm like, you know what? If that woman's husband died, I'm asking her out right now. She did not look 67. Monkey branching. Narcissism. She was sitting there telling me, Michael, you have no idea how good I'd be to you. All I wanted was somebody to love me and care for me, and I will be loyal. And she's selling herself to me. And, you know, I'm hearing this going, wow, a girl that actually cares. Why did I fall for this? I'm not making this up. People treat, wow, I need to write that. I need to have that on a sandblasted board and burned into it. People treat the real world like a dating app. Shaz, my problem is, and you're right, if I'm not attracted to a woman physically, then I don't go in the front door. You know, it's like a car lot when you're going by and you see a nice 8-foot bed pickup in nice shape. That's going to get me to stop. But if I look underneath it and there's cancer and the frame's eating away, it's like, okay, that's a lemon. The looks always get me, but I start looking underneath things. And obviously I was doing that Friday. I'm like, all right, we had a nice, pleasant talk on Wednesday. Now 2 days have gone by and forget this. Sure, I can't answer any questions. I told you I cannot answer any. You know what kind of a picture it was. You're a smart woman. I wanted her words to be real. I believed her, Molly. I believed her. Look, Kavita said it. You know what kind of a picture, Cheryl. Cheryl, allow me to demonstrate. It's. I'm only using this as an object picture. When I get a picture like this, okay, you got the picture, honey? Okay, there we go. I didn't say anything. You say I said it, I'll call you a liar, all right? Cheryl, I just told you what it is. I'm not answering the question. Oh my gosh. Watch again. The picture she sent me was one of these. Hello? I love you, Cheryl, but come on now. Come on, get happy. I'm not on Facebook. Whoa, no. I talked to her on the phone. That ain't no boy voice playing girl. The voice sounds like it would fit her. I've been around enough people. That's not fake. Thank you, Tina. I didn't say a word. Tina gets an A for the evening. Avita figured it out. I think everybody else does. If you have to ask the price, it's worthless. Well, if she was actually going to fly out and see me, I would have demanded a video call. I will say that it made me a little uncomfortable when she admitted this guy that raped her's got a tablet and he could still view my channel. I'm like, great. Who does he know on the outside? Look at this. Anybody who hasn't been in here, I bought these at the flea market today. This was $10. Hey, Cheryl, I got some get out of jail keys. Look at these things. These things are huge and they're heavy. $10. I had to have it. This is very unique. This is just cool beans. Number one, I want to thank everybody. I did not do that for drama. All of the things I told you were true. Names have been withheld to protect the identity of the people involved. This is a true story. Dun, 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 dun. Good evening, everybody. This is NBC Nightly News with Mike Nelson. We begin this evening with a broadcast about a man online who fell in love with somebody. And what follows is going to be a very shocking story to many of you. Emma, how are you? Hi, Jennifer. Yes. The fresh smell of BS. The only time I smelled that was in Greeley, Colorado, because they had cattle and horse all over the place. Tina, do you know how big that door would be? I'm glad, Emma. That's good. Jennifer, thank you. I was accused today of gaslighting somebody. I don't know why she won't come in the room and talk to me. And ladies, if you've got an issue with me, talk to me in the chat. You're going to leave dumb, false, accusatory comments. From this point forward, you're blocked. I'm done. I'm not going to please everybody with my views. I hold views that may or may not agree with everybody. I'm tired of, and I said it this morning, several women jumping on me about this and that. Okay, I got you. But you're not going to change my mind, so give it up. This is what I believe. Yes, Fallen. And anybody on my Discord in here, have I ever asked you to send me inappropriate pictures? No, I don't do that. Okay? I didn't even ask Fallen for a picture because she had it on her little moniker. Yeah, I don't do that. You know what? Hold on a second. Well, Tina, wait a minute. Tina, you're not on my Discord. If you are, what's your name? See, I forget. Some of you are on my Discord, but you're not the same name as on YouTube. Jennifer, that's what I'm saying. Somebody got on here. She apologized, so I'm not outing her. She said, I can't deal with your rants. Man, that's all I do is rant. And if you don't like it, why are you now complaining about it? Fallen, you did nothing wrong. Cheryl, one thing, and I want to say this because people hear me talk about women and think I don't value them. There are many times that I've gone to women because I know in emotional things like these that they can give me clear, level-headed advice. Women know women better than we men do. So if you think that I don't value women, you're wrong. Ranting is my therapy. And I love it that you guys are part of it. Because I not only have, these guys that are running their channels, give me the likes, give me the views, and here's 29 places you can donate money to me. No, I got gold on my channel. I got people that care about each other, care about me, and that is gold. Gold. I value women. You may hear me, throw the boot in sometimes. But like women have, I've been through my fair share of harsh shit with girls. And it bothers me. I feel like I've been, I don't want to use the word raped, but I feel like I've just been taken advantage of. You pulled on me, and now you just disappear. Did you work today? No answer. I have a migraine and a sad face. I'm sorry. Now it all makes sense. Your head hurts. Now you want some sympathy. But you're not going to say good morning. You're not going to say have a good night. I'm sorry, Michael. I want to. Nothing. Would I date a psychopath? No, I would not date a psychopath. Mr. Palad, you know me better than that. You're such a clown. I didn't say you were stupid, Cheryl. If I thought you were stupid, I wouldn't even have you in here. I like you, Cheryl. Baby, dude, come on. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Cheryl, come on. Don't read into what I'm saying. You know, Mr. E-Rock, they really are. You're right, Cheryl. I made an assessment. It could be another woman using somebody's pictures and playing games, get me all buttered up, show up here and say, well, I used to look like that. I did tell her the other night. I did not tell you this. When I talked to her Wednesday, I said, some people are cautioning me. And she got a little bit miffed by that. I said, well, they care. What? They said, are you sure that's her? Michael, that is me. I said, I believe you. Because I said, if you showed up at the airport and you did not look like those pictures, I would drive you straight to a hotel. I'd open the door and say, bye-bye. You go check into a room for 3 days and they'll send you a van to the airport. I'm not bringing you in here. You lie like that, I will give you a free ride to the airport or to the hotel. That's it. I'm not going to bring you in here. I'm under no obligation. You falsely advertised, and I'm not going to feel sorry for that crap. Why don't I have money for a hotel? That's your problem. That is your problem. Now get out of my truck, or I'm going to call the police. Get out. And yes, I would. Sure, I gave you an A. Cheryl's got that feistiness in her. I like that. Actually, you know what? E-Rock, you make a good point. Wait a minute. Who are you? No, I'm looking for this one. You don't look like her. I gotta go. Wait, no, I gotta go. You're not her. Bye. Leave her there. Get back on that plane and go home. Hi, C. Chester. How are you? There's good old Chester from Canada. She's good people. Shoot. Depending on what her flight ticket says, I might just throw her bags in my truck and I'll get out and jump on the plane. What did he just do? He left the country. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't want to get catfished again. Bye, Felicia. Fallen angel, that's awesome. You know about Felicia. I'm all right, Chester. How are you? Nobody's jumping on me. Cheryl, you crack me up. I should. Because some of you all down there in Australia have been straight up with me. I wouldn't mind seeing Australia. I really mean that. Problem is, I get there and I'd want to stay just because it's so far away, surrounded by the ocean. There's something appealing about that to me. Going to a place far removed from everything you know. I do it all the time. I did it at work the other day. One of the guys at work laughed so hard. I said, you know what I'm talking about. Bye. I had a friend out here named Robin Tate. She'd be arguing with her sister. She started shutting the door. Bye, bye, no, bye. And shut the door. I said, Robin, I'm tired of it, Michael. Bye. I don't want to talk to you. When I say bye, that's it. Cheryl, you download the Discord app. You have to make an ID. And then you would, my ID number is 77 Titanic 77. The number 77 Titanic 77. And you type that in for a search, send a request. You know how many times I've been suckered by looks? Chester, that was so spontaneous. I had found that piece of music. That piece of music had not even hit it here. I was looking, I'm like, Indonesia and the Philippines has got this. I'm going to be one of the first white boys to grab this. I love that music. DJ Ilhan has got some good vibes. Oh my gosh, I tapped into some of this. We go boom in the room. Kaboom, kaboom. And nobody was back there in that warehouse. I hadn't even clocked in. I walked back. I thought, I'm going to do the short. And Danola said it's a big place. Oh, that's just one tiny part of that warehouse. We've got 3 big ones. I have a friend in Cali who met another friend of mine in Queensland. They got together. He came over. Oh, that's awesome, Fallen. Really, Shaz, that's interesting. Mystery Rock, oh yeah. It's crazy. And it's hotter than heck. Is your warehouse hot like that, or is it air conditioned? Chester, thank you. Some of that just happens by happenstance. I'll be going through stuff like the shorts. And if you pull that song up, it shows somebody riding a motorbike through Indonesia. I'm like, go boom in the room. I'm like, oh, that's me. Go boom. Oh, I love that. That was beautiful. Thank you. Cheryl, I don't want you to ever be upset at me. Michael Jackson said, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Well, that's not true. I'm a fighter too. I fight with this. Evita, thanks for coming in. And thank you for your 10 cents on this. I appreciate it. The Bible says there's safety in a multitude of counselors. So I put it to the test. And when all of you from different walks of life are saying the same thing, God's right there. You got me? You got me now? That's it. All right, hurry back, Cheryl. She's working in the bakery. She's going to get in the dough. Rolling in the dough. Thank you, Evita. Most of the time I am falling, but this one took me. She reminded me of Irenia, the woman that was killed on the Charleston bus. Not entirely, but some similar looks. She looked Russian, and I told her that. She goes, I've been told that. She said she's German. Where do we go from here now that all of the children are grown and gone? And how do we spend our time knowing nobody gives us a damn? Games people play, you take it or you leave it. If I promised you the moon and the stars, would you believe it? Games people play in the middle of the night. Good Alan Parsons song. Jane, you're so quiet. She's like a mouse. She's here and I forget she's here and then I see her little words. That's so cute. Thank you, Evita. Back at you. Fallen Angel was terrible. And guess what? They said he's incompetent to stand trial. Oh, really? But he had trial for all his other BS. I'm sick of this stuff in the U.S. You killed a woman for no reason. And if you're incompetent, you shouldn't be on the streets or on a city bus. Come on. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. $316. I didn't even look today. Man, I didn't know it dropped. It was $384 the other day. Yes, Fallen. Absolutely. I'm tired of that. It needs to quit. I wonder why. I wonder what's causing that. Because the war hasn't ended. Somebody discovered oil under their house and is secretly selling barrels to South Carolina. Oh, I'd love it if I hit something and oil gushed out. I would literally get online and say, I have a problem. This is for sale, the highest bidder. And I'm talking the highest. I know, I probably should work the flea market better. I find good stuff there. Maybe I could find a good woman there too. Walk up and say, how much are you? What do you mean? Well, you're at the flea market. Are you for sale? Texas tea. That's crazy, Chester. Why? They knew what they were doing. All right, Fallen. Sometimes, not always. I told you about Jenny. Showed up at our church. She worked me over. She texted me all day after that church service. Then tried to find out, she goes, well, you and I are different. I'm a businesswoman. I said, so? Well, we run in different circles. Well, then why are you texting me? Well, I believe a man should earn. I said, I go to work every day. I earn my bread. But I believe a man should be wealthy. Oh, here we go. I said, honey, you're not getting out of the word. The Og. The Og is in the room. We're safe now. I'm good. Og, how are you? Jane, thank you. No, it's not. Copycat. That's so funny. What are those things? That's funny. They all point at each other. That's good. The Og is a gamer. How do you know, Fallen? Is Og part of a game? That's funny. Fallen, am I allowed to ask, how old are you? Everybody puts your age in the room. That's the fair way. That way people aren't singled out, even though I just singled out Fallen. Oh, the chat froze. What happened? 44, 51. The original G. Oh, really? $50, $54, $36, $42, $70. Peter, I didn't even know you were here. How are you, man? I'm the original Og. I don't care if a woman earns more, but when a woman tells me I need to be wealthy, and she's a Christian saying that it is biblical that I be wealthy, that is a lie. The Bible says if a man will not work, he will not eat. And if God wants me to take care of a woman on my income, he can and will make it happen. I don't have to be wealthy. That's not even right. Thank you, Og. I appreciate that. What a crock. Yes. That eye is looking at me. She's a gold digger, and I told her, we were texting. And before all this, I said, we can talk on the phone. She ignored that, kept texting. Ladies, that's a red flag. When women only want to text, they're not at work, they're not in a place. I'd rather talk to somebody. She goes, I'm sorry you're getting upset. I sent you a text responding to the lie you just said. I didn't say anything that would indicate I'm upset. I'm actually relieved because I get to find out today that you're a flutie And I don't even have to ask you out because this is a dead end street. I didn't say that, but I wanted to. That's dumb. Well, the patriarchs were Old Testament and they were under a different way with God. And I believe the only reason she got any money, she divorced her abusive husband and got his house and his cattle industry. Give me a break, lady. I'm not stupid. Peter, I'm sorry. If you're at a certain income level, you can qualify for food stamps. They call it EBT now. It's a card. You swipe it, it's got so much dollar amount on it, and you can get your groceries. Back then, they gave you food stamps that you cashed in at the register. Now it's all at least out here in Augusta, it's an EBT card. Cheryl, I agree with you. I mean, she knew I was working. I work full time. She knows I'm a homeowner. Most women back in the day were like, oh, he works and he's got his own home. That's a bonus. Not today. Not today. She's a rich girl. And you know it don't matter anyway. She can rely on the old man's money. She can rely on the old man's money. She's a rich girl. So it is universal then. I thought so, but I wasn't sure, Cheryl. Hi, Carol. Fallen angel, what they do is they give you, the government gives you a card, or the state, I don't know who administers that. And it gets low every month. Like, what, $200, $300? I don't know how it works. Based on your income, based on if you got kids. And you can cash it at the store to get groceries. You can't buy liquor and cigarettes and certain things with it. Yeah, Cheryl, well, you're old school, and that's lacking today. You got simple things which are good. And she's gone too far because she know it don't matter anyway. Hey, she can rely on the old man's money. She can rely on the old man's money. She's a big word. Hi, Jeff. I'm doing all right. How are you? Unemployed pay their rent. Well, then you qualify for Section 8. And that's a whole different ball of wax. Section 8 is living, depending on where you're at. They might give you greatly reduced rent or free rent. I don't know how all that works. I know we got a huge amount of homeless in this country. And a lot of that is because of drug addiction, substance abuse, and or I refuse to work excuses. They want to mooch off the public. I'm getting sleepy, folks. It is fallen. It is, in a way. Jeff, I'm sorry to hear that. My regards. Some guy come up to me with liquor all over his breath and a cigarette in his hand telling me he needs money to buy food. I'm going to look at him and say, don't got none. You got alcohol in your breath and you got a ciggy and they're $13 a pack or whatever they are? No. Jeff, I'm sorry. Were you close to him? Absolutely fallen. It's the weekend. What are you saying, Cheryl? I should stay up all night long. All night. All night long. That's good. I'm glad that you at least had that. And during this time of your grief, just reflect that you were blessed to have a loving relationship with your dad. Chef wife, who are you and what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Blocked for saying I was hurt by a comment and asking someone I had spoken with in chat for the past eeks if I was in the wrong, and you blocked that. Chef, I don't know what you're talking about at all. Cheryl, don't you dare. I'll drive by and make sure there's a rain puddle and go, and then stop and say, get in the truck, Cheryl, stop mooching. Government tax. I didn't block you, Blondie. I did not block you. I removed your comment, but I don't believe I hid you. Now, my moderators have the power to hide people, and they don't always tell me. Some of them will, if they see something they think is bogus, or they see a problem, sometimes they'll block. And I'm not going to mention names. One of them's a lady. She said, sometimes I remove comments because people leaving some nasty stuff that I don't agree with, Michael. And I said, go ahead. So I'm not going to argue with you, Cheryl. You accused me of gaslighting you. And that was not okay. That was pushing too far. You failed to hear the heart of my video this morning where I talked about that I had gotten depressed yesterday. There were 3 things going on. One of those was you and some others leaving comments that were annoying to me because we're going round and round with this stuff. And I feel sometimes, to be honest with you, that you are bound to determine and change my mind. I understand we're not going to all agree. I get that. But it's like, man, okay, so I don't agree with the Dress for Success crowd. I didn't say that they should run to work in their underpants or bloomers. I'm just saying that suits and ties are not people I trust. And then you want to go round and round with why people dress professional. Okay, I never disputed that. Then you want to defend marijuana. Then you jumped on me for you and several other women. And did you know? I did a short the other day. Diggity, 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 dig. And there's words to it. I never heard the song before. Don't tell me what to do. You're pretty young with a PhD. And somebody was, when you and somebody else were jumping on me, she was another one, don't remember the name. She changed the words of that song and said, "You're not an MD, so don't tell me what prescription I need to take." I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, she's playing off the song. It was a short, had nothing to do with the chat. I didn't claim to be a doctor because I said I don't believe marijuana should be used by Christians. You know, Blondie, if I didn't like you, I would have thrown you out of the room. I haven't done that. Why you're blocked, I don't know. I removed your comment. Did I accidentally hide you? I don't know how to go back and look, but I believe I put delete or remove comment. I didn't throw you out. Somebody else may have done that. Who? I don't know. Any one of the moderators. All right, fair enough. But then you said I gaslit you. I came back and opened chat after the video. You didn't show up. I even said I wish somebody'd show up because she's making accusations and we need to chat. I allow you to be who you are. I've grown, Cheryl. I've grown, Blondie, and I allow people to be who they are. I'm human, okay? I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I'm not running a cult. But there are some things that some people do. How about if I couch it that way? And sometimes, like, you're making a point and you're not making a point. What are we doing here? Are you trying to change me? I talk about what I've experienced. I didn't say corporate America needs to stop wearing suit and ties. I said I don't trust them. They're the ones screwing us over. I know that about you. You got to play the game. You want this job up here, you got to play the stupid game. I'll never get it because I don't play the stupid game. I put, what was my video? Taking things personally. You did. You said I gaslit you. You said I was talking about you and your health. I was talking about, I was weaving in and out of subjects, which everybody that knows me knows I rabbit trail. And I made a comment about a lot of girls that judge me. Some of them have nothing to offer me. They're laid up. They can't do anything. And they're judging the heck out of me. Yeah, I did say that. I said they're washed up. They're finished. Ship's waiting to be scrapped. I said that because it's the damn truth. If I end up in that position, nobody, no woman out there is going to take care of me. This is the fact I know. Women can have a man take care of them, but no woman's going to take care of Michael. Only God. Our day and age has changed, honey. And I see things too, and I speak. Cheryl, you crack me up. I ain't start no cult, girl. Thank you, Johnny B. Yeah, and sometimes I get a little bit adamant about things. And I don't hate you at all, Blondie. Sometimes I wonder why you're in here, because you disagree with a lot of what I say. If I disagree with a lot of stuff, I'm out of the channel. I'm like, I'm not even going to go in here. This is just not my thing. Welcome back, Russell. Well, we can judge too, Shaz. We can judge situations Did we not just judge the gal I was talking about? Did we not just? I'm not talking about you, Blondie. I was also talking in a video about a girl who showed an interest in me and all the games going on with that. Yeah, I'm frustrated yesterday. That's why I didn't go live last night. I was down, I was depressed, and I said, I'm not going on YouTube tonight. I suck tonight. I'm going to bed. And that's what I did. Jennifer, and thank you. You're right. Sometimes it looks pretty hopeless. That and cottonwoods, Russell, I had those in Colorado, and the leaves never decompose. They're waxy, and they'll pile up forever. Good grief. When's the temperature going to go down and all this stuff going to shut down? My air conditioner bill is going to be outrageous. And I've got the degree set at 80. That's stupid. There's the proof right there. Stupid. Still warm right here. Why is there so much heat in this area? That means the insulation up there is terrible. Diggity 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 dig. Diggity 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 dig. I thirst. Yeah, the air conditioner's working. It just must be ungodly hot today. Jennifer, I'm with Russell on that. It has not been that way for me. It has not been that way for me. I don't look as much as I used to. That sun is intense today. Yeah, it's ridiculous out here. This is stupid hot weather. I mean, it's just hot. I need to move to frickin' Klondike or something. That's all there is to it. Got to move to the Klondike. Need to go where it's frozen again. That's right, Jovan. It's got to be 90-something degrees out here. And it's what? Almost 9 o'clock. Tina had messaged me the other day and said we're under a heat dome. Now, I've not heard that term. Has anybody heard that? Maybe that's what's going on. The UV must be more intense or something. I don't know what's going on, but this is brutal. Supposed to go down a little bit next week with chances of rain. Tomorrow is supposed to be cooler, but I see it's 1 degree different. That's stupid. Hey, it shut off. Finally, 9 o'clock. That thing's been running for 5 hours. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, it's this. Well, no. What is the date today? The 13th? All right, I got a hangnail and it's driving me nuts. I need to trim that every time it catches on the clothing. Diggity, 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 dee. Bubba, I am so against these data centers and I want to raise hell about that. What do we need these things for? Does anybody know what a heat dome is? It's 80 degrees in the house. Tinola! Eric, I'm a minimalist for sure. The thing I don't like about this house is it's too big. It's too big for me. And I'm very modest in how I live. I don't run up my utilities. But it's warm in this kitchen. It's not cool in here. That fridge is running nonstop. It's an older fridge, so it's kicking out its own heat. But that heat in that attic is probably 130 degrees. And you don't go in that attic this time of year. It's insane. It's crazy. I am a pig. No, Jennifer, and I hope you don't mind me saying that. I'm kind of cynical because, shoot, I've made mistakes with relationships. And I keep trying to believe. Like that stupid Journey song. Don't stop believing. Shut up, Steve Perry. You're a liar and I'm not listening to you no more. And I mean, he was stupid. He had Sherry. She was beautiful and he let her go. Why would you pursue your career more than that woman? She loved him. And she probably loved him because he had a fat bank account. Who knows? I'm glad to see you guys show up. I hope 4 months from now you're all still here. This chat dynamic changes every so often, and we've got a new and solid crowd here, and I hate to lose it. Hello, Sean, Jennifer, Denola, all of them. Og, Cheryl, Fallen Angel, and Mr. E-Rock's back. I don't know what's going on in the universe, but he's back. And I'm glad. Hey, ASD, how are you? All right, turn off that crap. I don't want to hear that. I swear I wish I had a remote control could blow up their speakers. That's ridiculous, and he's hauling ass down the street with no lights. Got something to hide? A drug house down here somewhere. Everybody tells me about it. I just don't know which one it is. It's like walking into a wall of heat. 9 o'clock. Look at my yard. What was that? That didn't sound cool. Sound like a dang rattlesnake rattle. Time to go in the house. They might be moving because of this weather too. I've never seen a snake in my yard. I don't want to see one. Standing out there in my flip-flops is not advisable. Sheesh. Chris, if you could plug in and port up, yes. You probably still wouldn't drain me. I love you, Aussie Fairy Dust. Hi, Leslie. What is my name? ASD, my name is right there. Thank you, Peter. Well, I'm pretty much on twice a day. I don't give out times. I just show up when I do. Paul, where are you from? Cheryl, we're taking him past his bedtime, everybody. You want me to slip into my pajamas, ladies? That's right, you're the UK. Well, I'm going to tell you now in case I don't see you. Because I like to do this for my regulars and people that come in. Because I may not get the chance Monday. So your birthday's on Monday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you and many more. Woo! May it be a good one, Paul. I don't remember how he sung it, Cheryl. Bubba, that's funny. Bubba, look what I bought at the flea market today. Look at this. I love this stuff. Danola. This is my fab flea market find. Look at that. Look at that. These things are heavy. Solid iron. That's some keys, baby. Blondie, you told me you were blocked, and I'm seeing you under Blondie now. What gives? Hey, I can get everybody out of jail. I got all the keys. Look, Michael doesn't buy normal stuff. He doesn't. Michael does weird things. I wanted a fish, so I bought a fish at the flea market years ago. Here, everybody got to have a Thailand brass fish. You don't leave home without it. And I bought this, Dominican Republican license plate, Caribe. Yeah, now that's cool. The lady that sold it to me used to live there, and this was off her car. Flea market finds, baby. Flea market. Goodwill. Goodwill. Flea market. 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 This is a 100-year-old medicine cabinet or bathroom cabinet, solid oak, flea market, $15. No damage. This is from Lacey, otherwise known as Gravity Rising. She gave me this as a birthday gift. Legend lives on from the Chippewa on down on the big lake they call Gitche Gumee. A lady, her and her friend both sell at the flea market, gave me this pillbox 2 weeks ago and the fridge magnet. Flea market, that was given to me by an African American. Keep talking about me behind my back and watch God keep blessing me in front of your face. Can I get an amen? Flea market, that's an old travel poster. Flea market. Flea market. This was a find. I have walked the decks of this ship many times in Long Beach. That's the last of the greats. Flea market. The flea market is my world, man. I buy eccentric, eclectic, and odd stuff. I never had any fallen. Never. Thank you, Og. That's awesome. What is prolapse? I don't know what prolapse mean. Look. Do I look 60? Does it make my butt look big? Remember that commercial? Never had Vegemite. They don't have that hair. No, Danola, not at all. Thank you, Jennifer. Vegemite gross. I've heard some people say they don't like it. Hey, I was told that fallen by a friend of mine in Hong Kong named Leo, the Filipino. My dog peed and pooped up. ASD, why are you telling us that? You heard it in the song Down Under. She just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. She said, do you come from a land down under? Prolapse is awful word. What is prolapse? He didn't answer the question. Why do people ask a question and then just drive by and leave? But Leo told me, Michael, today you're going to become a man, you try balut. And I heard of balut, B-A-L-U-T. Inside bunghole comes out. Chris, thanks. That's called intestinal droppage. Oh, really? I am. I promise you. It's butt stuff. Jeez. Why are we talking about butt stuff? A prolapse is a medical condition where an organ or body part slips, sags, or drops from its original normal position. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I figured he was being rude. Wildfire needs to be escorted. Goodbye. He ran calling wildfire. He ran calling wildfire by. Go chase that horsey. Well, Jack in the Box years ago, Cheryl, was actually caught, late 70s, early 80s, using kangaroo meat in the burgers. That's an actual fact. And I believe Australia heard of that too. I don't know why they were doing it, but they did. Uterine prolapse in elderly is fairly common. Oh, that sounds awful. Yeah, Bubba, I'm with you. Can we stop talking about butt cheese, please? I don't want to hear about people's intestines spilling out of their butt cheeks. So, anyways, Leo gives me this egg, cracks the top of it, and he says, "You sip out the juice." I said, "Sip the juice?" And then he opened and took the eggshell off, and it's a baby duck just before it hatches. So it isn't the yellow and white of an egg, it's a little duckling in there. And I'm like, but I tried to suck it up. I tried it, and I got done, and I told him, "So, Leo, have I become a man?" He smiles and he says, "Michael, you have to eat every day." I said, "Oh, come on." And I started laughing, and he goes, "No, I'm kidding. What is I need to talk to? ASD, what is going on? Are you losing your mind too?" ASD, are you having ADD? What are you talking about over there? That's what I'm asking, Donola. Something's not adding up over there. The distributor cap is off or something. Jeez. Distributor cap is twisted. Where's my nail clipper? I like my nail clipper. It's cute. It looks like a little foot. Isn't that neat? Now this hangnail is driving me nuts. So we're gonna clip that baby. It's got a jagged edge. Ouch. Clip the cuticle. That sucks. But I'm good. Hangnail, be gone. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, I think this guy is a kid. No children in the adult chat, please. ASD, I think your mom's calling you. Where is the stupid? Your mom's calling you. Go upstairs and watch Nickelodeon now, okay? Nick at Night should be on. Bye bye. Yeah, it's not making sense. I mean, if he was staring into your eyes, that'd be one thing, but I don't even think he's aware of your beautiful eye. Meanwhile, I'm going to stare into fallen angel's eyes. That is a pretty eye. And speaking of beauty, I met her today. It cuts it off on here. I don't know why. Her name is Shay. Pretty thing. She saw me and she came up to me and I said, "Wow, you're beautiful. I like your getup." She said, "I was just going to tell you the same thing." She goes, "Come here. Let me show you what I got for sale." And I said, "Do you have any lace?" She had white lace pants. And I said, "Nah, more like mesh." And I said, "If you get any black lace, let me know." I've got my eye on you. Yeah, Peter, I may be tired, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to stay for a little while. It is Saturday. She saw me with these. She goes, "Oh my gosh, those are cool." I said, "You need to get out of jail?" She laughed. Cheryl, what do you think of them keys? You know, Paul, I'm guilty of not watching it. I don't have a TV. and I do things. I use YouTube, and I'm more messing with the channel and answering comments. Sometimes I watch documentaries. I don't watch sports. I'm not against soccer. They are heavy. Fallen Angel's got a beautiful eye. What was the term you used, Fallen Angel? You told me that, and I forgot it. About your eye. Oh, Blondie, they're very heavy. Blondie, what happened to your other ID? Talk to me. Heterochromia. That's got to be rare as all get out. Heterochromia. I told you I didn't ban you. I'm glad you chillaxed on me. I don't hate you, Blondie. Stop believing the worst on me, please. If I didn't like you, I would have batted you out of here a long time ago. I don't kick people out just because they have a different opinion. It's when they're rude. You know, you stress me out. I'm buffering. Is anybody else having a problem? Uh-oh. Chat stopped. Is my chat working, folks, or is it buffering? Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, good. Peter, have a good night. It's on your end. Thank you. Leslie, it's good? All right. Thank you. You know what's sad? You know what I used to love was Skype, and it's gone. Now that's sad. Skype was so fun. Boom, boom. The sounds were so cool when it hung up. Boom, boom. I love that thing. I love Skype. They've even got a Skype remix on YouTube. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Bum, bum, bum. I'm like, okay. That's awesome. Buffering. Skype remix. You got to pull it up on YouTube. It's a hoot. Emma, thank you for coming in. I love you. Come back and see us. Og changed her picture. I didn't even see that. Wow. Really? Bye, Emma. Have a good evening and thank you for coming. Please come back. Thank you, Emma. See, everybody can hear me. Do you really have red hair? Og. Emma's pretty too. All these pretty women in here. I'm looking at Cheryl. She looks pretty, but her picture's farther in the back. We got to pull Cheryl's face forward so I can see it better, so I can analyze and study it with detail. Thank you, Emma. I know you come back. I like people being regulars and staying around. It did? Oh. Fallen, what causes that? Is it hereditary? Well, I do the same, Blondie. Did it ever dawn on you that sometimes we might be more alike than opposite? Got you. Peter, I'm not going to get a tattoo. You can still see me. That's good, Cheryl. It can be. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing all the cobwebs in my mind. Now that's going back. Hey, they got them at the flea market. Well, actually, they're samurais. I saw a pair of nunchucks. I came that close to asking the guy how much, and I said, Michael, do not. You're going to play with them and snap your knuckles. Leave it alone. And I didn't ask. Blondie, and I totally respect that. Can I just say it? Sometimes I get sensitive too, and things bother me more. You know, it's like my nipples get real sensitive. I'm just kidding about the nipples. I've seen that. I knew a girl who had a lazy eye. She'd be talking, the eye would just go. I said, what is your eye doing? She goes, oh, I have lazy eye. I said, what is that? It just drifts off. No, I see all the colors and I see everybody. It just hurts to see. I wish this pain would leave me. It just hurts to see. Don't be fooled by my eyesight. I see what you're saying behind my back. You started it, Cheryl. Inked in the flesh. Hi, silent damsel. Good to see you. Fallen, what time is it over there right now? I gotta get used to what time zone Australia's in when I'm here. Australia should be in the same time zone as the Philippines, right? Yeah, I think she had a surgery and got it fixed after I left Denver. You're the only Scott not watching? 11:29 a.m. Really? Now that's weird. So you are 26 hours ahead of us? Or no, hold it. No. That's not right. 14 hours ahead. So you're further, let me figure this out. Oh, I got to figure out my directions. You are further west of the Philippines. Because the Philippines and us should be on the same time, except 9:30 a.m. Sunday. My math isn't mathing. My math isn't mathing. My text isn't working. East. I don't have a map of the world in front of me. I got to look at that again. Wow. Hey, Danola, thanks for coming in. Have a good night. I love the fact that I get people from other countries, Australia, New Zealand. Some of you guys have been absolute fun as part of this whole thing. England, Scotland, Ireland, I love it. Canada. Oh, what is poking my back? This thing. You going to, when you going to Ohio? Yes, we do. Why do I feel I'm being watched? The eye is mesmerizing. And I'm not just saying that. That's fascinating. I wish I had been blessed with blue or green. I think emerald green eyes with me. Oh man, that would have made me just on the map. With my complexion, my face, and green eyes, I would have loved that. But no, they had to be brown. Why? What smells like Kentucky Fried Chicken? Why do I smell chicken? You ever had that where a smell? I mean, there's no smell. There's chicken ain't gonna come into my house. Watch a Kentucky Fried Chicken truck just overturn in front of the house. Well, thank you. I don't understand that. I don't eat a Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't eat battered and fried stuff. I don't believe women should be battered. I don't believe food should be battered. It's wrong. It's wrong. I believe that food should be, you'd be able to taste its own, put a little spice on it. Don't need all that fatted up, fried out bread. Pale green eyes. Wow, Silent. That's awesome. KFC. Sure, I can't have fried because I have an allergy to wheat. And they ruin the catfish down here. They fry it in batter. I'm like, catfish? Fish needs to be fish. I used to cook catfish on a low heat, put some butter and some parsley flakes in there. Man. Hazel's a nice color. That means you're interesting and unique. That's actually cool, Fallen. I never have. I've heard of it. What does it taste like? That actually sounds good, Cheryl. Don't it make my brown eyes blue? Who sang that, ladies? There's no offense there. And I'll bet you're a dang good cook. I didn't know that, Blondie. What is it, whiting? That stuff is crap. You buy whiting at the dang store and you put it in this low heat and it just falls apart. I'm like, well, this is a dumb fish. Now, salmon, now that's my favorite. Salmon is good, high in omega-3s. I like tilapia, but people criticize that. They say it's not good. Steel gray eyes. Dumb fish. Dumb fish. Sorry, I just couldn't help it. That's interesting, Sal. I like it with garlic on it. Real garlic chopped up cloves. Oh, oven baked. Baby. I'm in heaven. Now, I would love to have perch. Lake trout was good when I was a kid. Salmon is so good. What is it? Cod stinky. It's good, but if you cook a piece of cod in the house, it'll get into your hanging wardrobe. If you don't want fish smell, do not cook cod in the house. Do it on the outdoor grill. A mean steak perfectly cooked. That's awesome. Mama, I killed a man, and I'm singing it in this song, and I know it is so wrong. Bohemian Rhapsody, what a trip. Barramundi, is that Aussie fish? Kippers, yeah. Kippers snacks. Yeah, you catch carp. Nobody eats carp in the U.S. They always toss them back. But you do it for the sheer joy of fishing. Cheryl, have you ever had alligator? They got it here in Augusta. I need to try it. Queen. I know a little man. Galileo, Galileo. That song and Uncle Albert, two different groups. Paul McCartney, Queen. The range that those two songs did was amazing. I always thought he was saying a butterfly. No, he's saying a butter pie. A butter pie? Land across the water. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. What a trip. Cheryl, have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Silent, I got mussels right here. Fresh. I like smoked mussels in the tin. Honey, we got gators down here that are that big. But yes, crocodiles are bigger than gators. We got gators that have been up to 12 feet down here, and they found one in Georgia years ago, 750 or 850 pounds. I'm like, good grief. That's a lot of gator. Not as tasty. But Silent, you've never tried them. You can't eat my mussels. You got crocs, we got gators. They are two different animals. The gators are smaller. They claim that crocodiles have been released in Florida, so they are making a population not good. Crocodiles are very violent. Nope, you don't swim in gator waters either. Marinara sauce. Silent, I just want a lady to rub my muscles and massage my back and my neck and make me just melt. The simple things. No, once they bite down, it's all over. Blondie, I don't like them. When I walk in one of my videos under my section called videos, I went to Finney when I last fall. And as I was walking close to a body of water, the path was close and I got nervous. I thought, a gator could come out of that water and just... I turned around. I was by myself and I just suddenly felt afraid. I thought, they can move so fast and I'm too close to that water's edge. They're huge. One of my Clive Cussler books, they're talking about the crocodiles in the Nile. They're beasts. You get in the water with that, it's curtains. That and hippos. Blondie, I'll tell you what, I was nervous, and you can see it in the video. I'm like, nah, I'm not going. They're bigger than me. They got more bite than I do. Sean notices I'm falling asleep. I knew somebody's going to catch it. Good night, Cheryl. Have a good evening. Rest easy. 2:44 a.m. What makes you stay up so late in England, Paul? I'm glad you were able to make it. Stay in bed, Paul. Yeah, no fishing at 2:44 a.m. Everybody, it was good to see you. I am going to bow out. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yes, fallen angel. Could you do me a favor? Could you sit on the futon and look at me through the night? I wonder if your eye lights up. Yes, Silent, I do. I do. That's an eye I'd like to look at. I would. I'd look into those eyes. It's like this thing. It's like this. I'm going to wear this to church tomorrow. This was my weekend find last week at the flea market, $2. I love this thing. I know it's just simple, but it's so cool. And when the sun hits it, it's glorious. The colors are extremely wild. I mean, very, very deep. Cheryl, I thought you were saying goodnight. Now you tell me not to rub my eyes. You just watching me, girl? Watching me. I've always feared that. Somebody's watching me. Oh, thank you. You're awesome too. And I want to thank everybody for your input on that situation. All of you. Thank you. I love it. Even if I had a girlfriend, I loved her. I'd let her wear it. Sometimes. I don't think I snore. I hope I don't. You guys are awesome. All right. You guys have a good night. Paul, take care. Get some shut-eye, mate. And beautiful eyes. Thank you for coming. And Og. And everybody. Cheryl. Jennifer, there you are. Is Jane still hiding in here? Debbie, hello. Debbie, you're so quiet. I didn't even see you. All right, you guys. Peace, love, and safety. Till next.